Good morning, everybody. I want to welcome everybody. Thank you for being here today for a fantastic announcement. I did want to start with a land acknowledgement. Niagara Region is situated on treaty land. This land is steeped in the rich history of the First Nations, such as the Haudenosaunee, the Haudenosaunee, the Anishinaabeg, and the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation. There are many First Nations, Métis, and Inuit from across Turtle Island that live and work in Niagara today. And the Regional Municipality of Niagara stands with all Indigenous peoples, past and present, in promoting the wise stewardship of the lands on which we live. At this time, I want to introduce MP Chris Biddle to provide some remarks on behalf of the Government of Canada.
Thank you so much. With Jim not here, I will use his line. Thank you for that mercifully brief introduction. It's a pleasure to be here today. Last year, Niagara Transit saw record ridership numbers. More than 10.9 million rides were delivered across services supporting residents to commute to work, attend school, and explore the region. Investing in modern, sustainable transportation infrastructure improves daily commutes, reduces harmful emissions, boasts productivity, and offers safe, accessible, affordable ways to connect. It helps position Canada as a global leader in the clean economy while enhancing regional and interregional connectivity. The federal government is focused on growing and building a brighter future for all Canadians. I'm excited to be here today on behalf of Gregory Robertson, Minister of Housing and Infrastructure, to announce that the federal government is investing more than $50 million onto the public transit infrastructure stream. This will go to 8 projects to modernize, improve, and extend the lifespan of Niagara Transit's public service. With today's funding, Niagara Region will receive support for the purchase of more than 150 public transit vehicles, including 40-foot-long and 60-foot-long conventional diesel buses and new specialized paratransit buses. These new vehicles will replace vehicles that have already reached the end of their usable lives, ensuring that Niagara Transit remains a reliable way for residents to reach their destination for years to come. One of today's 8 investments will refurbish 3 conventional diesel buses that are currently in operation. The federal government is also investing in the long-term growth plan for Niagara Transit. This project will contribute toward the maintenance and public transit fleet storage facility that supports services to rural and remote communities. These investments made by the governments of Canada and Ontario and the Regional Municipality of Niagara will contribute to a safer, more comfortable ride for public transit users across the region. And I just want to take a moment to say thank you to Regional Council, but also the staff. There's been an incredible movement from how many transit systems? 9, 10?
3.5 technically. But...
3.5 technically. That's from the mayor. He has to deal with his regional councillors anyways. But a movement to regional transit, which has been a big jump, but it has done so, and the numbers speak for themselves in terms of the work being done, the convenience and the ability to get places. More people are taking public transit, and it really is a testament to the vision of Regional Council, the staff, and everyone who was able to put this together. So, as our population continues to grow, it's more important than ever that we build the right infrastructure now to construct a prosperous and sustainable future for all. Public transit shortens commute times, grows our economy, and helps keep the air clean. As we build more homes faster, public transit is also key to connecting communities and making life cost less. That's why investments like this one is so important. Building transit-oriented, inclusive, and sustainable communities creates more jobs, lowers emissions, and supports every generation to get ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Chris. At this time, I will introduce Minister Oosterhoff.
Thank you very much, Mayor Cisco. Such a great day today. I was going to say beautiful day, but it really isn't, but it is something that we've needed. I know farmers are very thankful for this rain. I know it's been a long time coming, so I want to give thanks for that. Listen, just today is a big day for the province. It's a big day for the region. It's a big day for local taxpayers who won't have to fund the 150 buses that would otherwise be carried by property taxpayers. It shows that all levels of government are stepping up and saying we need to invest in public transit. But I have to give a big shout out to the very tall man behind me, Minister Sarkaria, who's a friend of mine, a friend of the Niagara Regions. And one of the reasons I have to do that is because he is, again, a proud father. A month ago, he and his beautiful wife welcomed their third, so congratulations, Papa Sarkaria. But even despite being a busy young father-ish, youngish, a father, he was here in January announcing work on the Grimsby GO and the engineering studies around the Grimsby GO station. He came back later in February to speak about our plan to widen the QEW between St. Catharines and the Hamilton region to ease traffic congestion. He came back again in, I believe, April to announce a $280 million investment in our shipbuilding program so that we're able to continue to attract world-class jobs and support the workers in Port Weller and the dry docks, but also all of those who feed into that ecosystem. And now he's back here again today. I forgot. You also came back, I believe, in July to announce the commencement of the Skyway project and the funding and the RFP for the Skyway with Minister Surma. And now you're back again. So you have been here in the same year that, again, you welcomed your third. You've been across the province sharing our plans for building highways and transit and expanding services for commuters and for those looking to get from point A to point B. And the reason I bring that up is because you're someone who has shown a tireless commitment to the Niagara region, and it's not just in words. You've literally made the trek, and believe me, the Burlington Skyway is a trek. And I know that when you cross that Burlington Skyway, every time you remember that the world doesn't end at the Burlington Skyway. When you cross over, it's just beginning. And so we want to welcome you to the Niagara region to share more about the Government of Ontario and Premier Ford's investment in this community, what this means for connectivity, what this means, again, in terms of saving the property taxpayers of this region who won't have to carry that burden, and what it means about our province and provincial government's vision of an integrated Greater Toronto, Hamilton, Golden Horseshoe transportation plan. So without further ado, welcome to the podium, a friend of mine, a friend of Niagara's minister and father, Prabmeet Sarkaria. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Sam, Minister Stuff, for that introduction. We've shown a lot of love to the area, and I got to say it's due to the incredible lobbying, I would say, and all of his relentless effort from Sam and the passion that he has as a elected member for this, not only for his riding, but for the region of Niagara. Ever since I got into my position as Minister of Transportation, I think he's lobbied me more than any other member of caucus combined for a local Niagara and local, whether it be Grimsby or other just generally projects in Niagara. So Sam, thank you so much for all your advocacy, all the work that you do for your community, but also to be here with Mayor Cisco. He's also been an incredible champion, had a great opportunity to make some really fun announcements with him, and somebody who really, really cares about his community and transit. So thank you for your leadership and for being here today as well. And also pleased to be here with the local MP as well, because we can't do this without a collaborative effort. And for us to all be here today announcing some really exciting news, not only for the region but for public transit, I'm really thankful to the collaboration and support as we continue to build world-class transit across the province. Earl, I also want to give you a big thank you as well. Niagara Transit and your entire team have been incredible. We have a great working relationship through the ministry and want to continue to build upon that. I'm a true believer that transit is one of the best ways to improve a quality of life for residents across any region, and the more accessible, the more affordable that we can make it, the better it will, the better outcomes that we can deliver for residents. So let's continue to build upon that together and work towards more investments. And as many of you know, Premier Ford has been a strong advocate of public transit and investments and keeping Ontario moving, whether it's investments that we've announced on the QEW here, the Garden City Skyway, or standing here before you today, marking another milestone. This is a $128 million investment into Niagara Transit that will ensure that commuters can get to where they need to go within the region for years to come. The funding will replace, as the MP said, diesel buses and add new specialized, in some cases, paratransit vehicles to its fleet, ensuring fast, accessible transit network for all riders as well. It will also support a comprehensive review of Niagara Transit's operations and facilities to plan for future service expansion to rural and remote communities, which is really important, as I said before, as we talk about connecting communities across the province and making transit more accessible, especially for our seniors in some of our more remote communities. Earlier this year, we also made some exciting announcements at the West Harbour GO Station, saving more than 250,000 commuters in Niagara and St. Catharines 15 minutes during their daily trips with infrastructure upgrades and investments, not only at Union Station, but across the line. Today, we continue on that path to expand it on accessible and safe, dependable transit in the Niagara region to keep our community moving. We've got a plan over the next 10 years to invest over $70 billion into public transit. A big part of that plan is right here in Niagara region. For us, it's about making these investments and making, whether it be employment, transit, or housing, more accessible, and supporting thousands of good-paying jobs that come with building transit and transit infrastructure across the province. So once again, thank you so much for having us here today. It's been an absolute pleasure. We look forward to continuing to build upon this success and our projects here in Niagara. So thank you very much. And with that, Mayor Cisco, I'll pass it back to you.
Thank you, Minister, for this fantastic announcement. And I want to start by thanking MP Biddle, as well as Minister Sarkaria and Minister Oosterhoff and their governments for the critical investments and the continued support of transit in Niagara. I have the joy of being here today as a member of Regional Council, and I am representing Regional Chair Jim Bradley, who wanted to be here but wasn't able to. I also have the pleasure of serving as the chair of the Niagara Transit Board. And so I'm excited to be here. We've been through a challenging amalgamation process, but we are making great strides here in our third year of service. It's been fantastic. You've heard a little bit about the rapid growth that we've experienced. Our ridership now is greater than it's ever been, and we continue to work to meet the demand. We've recently completed Niagara's first 10-year transit master plan that will guide our investment, and it's going to provide the vision that we need to create a truly connected region. It's an ambitious plan. You will see the support that you see today will go a long way to helping realize that plan. That support from all levels of government is absolutely necessary, and that's why a day like today is a day to celebrate. This announcement is a great example of what can be accomplished when we work together in partnership to ensure that funding is available where and when it's needed. Through the Investing in Canada Infrastructure Program, which is providing over $94 million in capital and project funding, we are starting to replace the oldest vehicles in our fleet. We're reducing the maintenance costs, and we're increasing the service reliability on both our conventional and our specialized services. Nobody minds that these new buses will come with the fancy new Niagara Transit branding that you may have seen and that you can see on the bus behind me. It's always great to see more and more of them out in the community, showing off the brand and providing the comfort to the community that this amalgamation continues to move forward and that this new transit service is delivering for the residents in our community. These vehicles will provide a strong base fleet to build on as we expand our service to realize the vision of the master plan and meet the transit needs of each community in Niagara. There is still a lot to do. We recognize that, but our staff are working hard on both the front lines and in the background to keep Niagara Transit moving forward. I also know that both our federal and our provincial partners recognize what a critical economic and social service transit is, and they will continue to support Niagara Transit as we grow. So again, I want to thank MP Biddle, Minister Sarkaria, Minister Oosterhoff for their government support through this investment, and we look forward to continuing to work with them on transit and many other important services that we provide across Niagara. At this time, we are going to take a quick photo op, and if there are any questions, we can take questions after that. Thank you.